I haven't started my computer since Friday. And updates. Oh, because the data boy got it. I figured as much. Opposite problem. I found out that the main supplier of mead to the Renaissance Festival up here is like 10 minutes from my house. And it's cheaper to buy directly from them than the Renaissance Festival, not surprising. Yeah, I picked up like 6 gallons of mead for like $150. At the Renfest, fucking 2 water skins is $75, and that's like half a gallon.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Guys, yeah, it's okay that you heard Fenris. He wasn't talking about anything you didn't expect to hear. You know, alcohol and all that. It's not that big of a deal. Not a big deal. All right. But hi, everybody. Hello. How are you? Welcome to Anime Church, the church where You can cosplay, and we won't judge you. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology. We are sadly without Moonlight Sparks, Minister of Arceology.
I am Fenris Iron, your patron snacko of alcohol.
I'm Cube of the Cult of Cubes.
Was it better that I did the whole Moonlight Sparks Arceology thing?
Yes. Yes, because I was subconsciously I was waiting for Moon.
I'm gonna start doing that from now on when Moon's not available. I would be like, sadly, we are missing Moonlight Sparks, Minister of Arceology, and then you're like, immediately, Fenrisaru, patron saint of Snacko. Or the Snacko of alcohol, whatever the heck you're calling yourself now. Yeah.
It's more streamlined, and yes, I am a snack. I understand that. Hey, words from other people.
Are they? Are they?
Yes. Yes, just not people I was expecting to hear it from.
Which people?
Some of my guy friends.
To be fair, they're right. Big fan of our work.
I mean,
I've been to 2 panels and 3 when you were at Anime Crossroads. Black guy with eye. Ah, well, that's nice. Sadly, none of the 3 of us have been to Anime Crossroads. That's the northern crew. The black guy with glasses. That's not saying much, but I guess, but
which is kind of odd to say considering I'm from the
panel
north.
should be obvious. Yeah, that is funny. You're from the north, but you haven't been to the Indiana stuff.
No, I haven't been to any northern cons since 2019, long before I was part of Fat Dog. I'm part of the southern con group for some reason.
Yeah, I definitely have not been to any cons with Fat Dog, considering I've been here like not even a month.
At some point.
Well, you should change that in June.
How many people are you trying to invite to my house?
Enough where we have to start sleeping on each other.
There was already gonna be that. Because Blebby's coming over. There was already gonna be that happening.
I meant the rest of us.
Oh, okay. You know what? Actually, even though he's a stout individual, he is a shorter individual. He could sleep in my recording room, my recording booth. It's probably the quietest place in the house. Yeah, if I'm being real.
True. I mean, let's face it. I'm probably going to end up in your bathtub again.
No. It's a different tub. You can't do it now.
I will find a way.
Scouts and camp camping in the woods to be not very picky about where I sleep.
Dude, you will stay the hell out of my bathtub. No, bad.
Okay, fine. I'll just sleep in the towel closet.
The towel closet?
I will curl up into a fucking ball like a cat.
My dude, you'd have a better chance. You'd have a better chance of sleeping in the hallway closet.
I mean, I could sleep next to your water heater. Be nice and warm.
There's no room in there. I mean, you could open up the doors and just lay next to it, but that's basically it. Also, you don't want to be warm in the middle of the summer down here. You want to be cool. That's how this goes. Why are we talking about
this? I don't know.
This is...
You see, this is the type of shit that should be talked about on a podcast.
Blebby's like, not the towel closet. That's where I sleep. Well, we are supposed to have a podcast on Friday nights. It's just, and we kind of sort of did after Tony got through talking about, you know, the finances and how expensive Overlord was, and like rant and getting animated about not being able to pay everybody that we'd like to pay. By the way, guys, if you watched our Overlord Abridged and you liked our Overlord Abridged, first off, thank you very much. Secondly, if you joined our Patreon recently, thank you very much for that, and we greatly appreciate you. We did pick up, funny enough, a new patron. We got ourselves a Fat Dog, which is the $25 tier. So thank you very much on that. If you guys want to join, there's no pressure. Just know that at the end of the month, the $1 tier will be changing to a $2 tier. Nothing major is changing. It's just moving from $1 to $2.
The humanity.
I know. We're asking you to pay $1 extra. I'm so sorry. Times are tough for everybody, but the that sounds way more condescending than I meant for it to. But like times are tough, and the more that we make, the more we can afford to like get stuff done. And no bullshit, guys. If you want to see episode 3 of Solo Leveling, we're gonna need more patrons because at the rate of where we're going with things, I'm gonna have to like not do some of my series. Like we're gonna have to just let them sit on the back burner until we have the money for them. So it may be it may be around next November that we put out Solo Leveling if we're not making any patrons. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's just the way it is. I got to put out Slime 10 because that's the thing that's been waiting longer. And then they've got Shield 5, which may be waiting. It's as simple as this, dude. We have to pay our editors to work on these projects. And right now, I know that episode 10 of Slime is actually being edited for the video stuff. Like, we're still paying the video editor for his work on Overlord. We haven't been able to fully pay him off. Overlord was hell of expensive, guys. And yeah, it sucks. We should have made a contract on the things, but you know, we didn't think we were important. The whole reason we didn't make a contract in the first place is because Tony and I are of the opinion that we're too small and we're far too unimportant to be able to sit here and tell somebody to sign an effing contract. That was the real reason. Insecurity. That's the reason. All right. The fact that you guys did Overlord, I'm thankful. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. But yeah, that having been said, one of the things that got brought up, we were not able to pay Connor, who voiced Ainz, the guy that literally the main character. We couldn't pay him, and that's sad and really frustrating because he really did deserve to get paid for that, and we can't afford that. Like, it might get to the point where we have to start doing a GoFundMe for specific episodes. Just so that might how it be. That might be how it goes. We may have to raise a GoFundMe for Overlord just to be able to pay. And I'm like, hey, if it comes to that, that's what I'll pitch to whoever. Like, yeah, this is the amount of money we have to raise by this time in order to be able to afford to do episode 2 of Overlord because we can't use our own finances for it right now. If you who knows, we may double it up and just be like, hey, we want to do Tanya the Evil and Overlord. Here's the amount that we need because we want to cast like more fun, well-known people who'd like to be on there. So yeah, we do what we must to make the things we love. Indeed. So I may do it like that.
Money makes the world go round.
To be fair, if we don't have to pay for those things out of our own pocket and we're not like yelling at everybody to join Patreon, it might make Tanya would be dope. And I want to do Tanya, especially because, well, okay, there are several people right now that, and I'm not yelling at any VTubers. There were a lot of the VTubers that did voice work for us on freaking Overlord that were sweet as hell, and we're not expecting to get paid. They were not. And we're like, no, you're getting paid. But now we're going to sit down and we're going to talk a few things through and just be like, hey, we messed up on this. So here are the new things that we would like, and tell us what you would like. We're going to sit down and we're going to have a proper dialogue. And honestly, Fenris, when we sit down and start going over things for a contract, I think the directors do need to be involved this time around in that process. Yep. Yeah. Just so we're all on the same page, you know, if nothing else. And we have this all readily available, blah, 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 blah. All right. As long as both sides are upfront and honest. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. And I think we need to set something up for it soon. But I know that Rose, when I told her we were really seriously thinking about doing Tanya now that season 2 got announced, she sounded really excited. It would be a one-shot, kind of similar to like Konosuba or Overlord, where we're covering all of season 1 in one go. I have to sit down with somebody and watch the episode and work on it. Like, I have to watch all of season 1 and work on it. And we may do like a follow-up just for the movie. That'd be really cool. We have some ideas of people we would like to reach out to if they'd be down to voice. But I'm also going to take the opinions of some of our actors into consideration when they're like, hey, who would you like voicing this character with you if you have any recommendations? It doesn't mean that we're going to choose that. It just means we'll take their recommendation because they know people that they think might be good for that. It's like, hey, if you have any people that you would like to hear audition for this, then yeah, let's reach out. Let's get that stuff going. And then, you know, when they audition, if we think they're a fit for the character, yeah. So we're not gonna just, I don't think we're gonna outright cast people based on recommendations, but we'll absolutely reach out to them or have them be reached out to through others to potentially audition. And that might also be a thing that happens in Overlord. Okay, I'm rambling. We need to get to the newsy news. You guys ready to talk about the newsy news? We got some general nerdy news. Also, for those of you who are new to Anime Church, I want to go ahead and let you know every story that we cover, Cast Cube is a talking cat. There's not a talking cat in Tanya the Evil. And I don't
There's a
think
talking bird at one point.
I'm not casting you as a talking bird.
Well, the bird's not talking. It's God talking through the bird.
Gotcha. So we do have an idea. We know who we want to cast Cube as for season 2 of Overlord. That's going to be real fun, and I can't wait to work on the scripting for that. That's going to be so much good stuff. Yeah. All right. That being
You also
said,
know what you want to cast me as for Tanya, I believe.
Maybe I don't remember if I did say something. I don't remember it at the moment. I need to focus on the now. Remember, everybody, all of the stories that we are covering, the links to all of them can be found in the description. We source everything that we talk about, so please check all of that out. I just usually do tiny URL links because a lot of these URLs can get pretty long. I will say it is kind of a bummer that Moon's not here with us, because I had some really cool Transformer news. That's our second topic that I figured he'd be really into. But hey, his loss, you know. The rest of us get to enjoy Transformers goodness. All right. Any fans of the Sonic the Hedgehog films in the house besides me?
I've watched bits and pieces, but I haven't really watched.
I learned it real quick to hate Sonic
I
the
think
Hedgehog
I've watched 3 all the way through, but I haven't seen the other 2 all the way through.
Okay, you were saying, you were saying, Fenris?
I have learned real quick to hate Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh, why?
When my younger sister and her kids were living with us, that same
Oh,
movie was on repeat for 7 months straight.
okay. No, I can understand that. I can understand that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is
So it's not a bad movie. I just loathe it because how long I
totally
had
understand.
to
Hey,
watch
no,
it.
that is absolutely understandable. So coming from Deadline, Sonic the Hedgehog franchise gets new film on December 22nd, 2028. Entertainment news website Deadline reported on Monday that Paramount is releasing a new film in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise on December 22nd, 2028. Variety reported a day before about the film's release that Paramount is producing a Sonic the Hedgehog 4 sequel film, which is scheduled for March 19th, 2027. Okay, so it's a new film in the Sonic franchise. So are we getting Sonic 4 and 5, if that's what's going on?
Maybe it's like, maybe it'll be in the Sonic verse, but not about Sonic particularly.
Who knows? I mean, yeah, there are other characters. That's the thing that's going on.
Nadine.
All right, the rest of this is just like backstory on like Sonic 3. I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna go into that. Let's move on to the fun Transformer stuff. You guys ready for the Transformer stuff? By the way, guys, if you have not seen this, this is pretty dope. Let me screen share with the gang so I can so we can talk about this live. I'm gonna lower this just a little bit, but yeah, Soundwave. They even brought Frank Welker back, the original voice of Soundwave, to record stuff for this.
With a commanding stature, the Decepticons' intelligence officer.
This Soundwave actually transforms on its own. It looked kind of clunky because of, I guess, how they wanted to record it. But no, it actually transforms itself into
feels
the robot
himself for the first time. RoboSend makes the impossible real again with the world's first fully auto-converting Soundwave.
Cassette player,
standing at
all on its own. And yes, it does in fact play music. And yes, it can be hooked up to Bluetooth. It has an app where it responds to multiple commands, and you could talk to it to get like some of those commands done.
Side,
this is
the loyal communications lieutenant.
This is
and it can record your voice and play it back to you.
Yes.
The problem of Soundwave is kids nowadays don't know what a cassette player is.
That's why I'm saying, dude, 5-year-old me is going crazy right now.
Command Soundwave into battle with the push of a button, sound of your voice, or swipe of an app.
Let's be clear. Based on everything they're talking about here, this is not something a small child is going to be interested in. This is marketed to the people that grew up in the 80s and the 90s. Let's be real.
Yeah.
This is marketed to the 30 and up crowd right now, or at least the 28 and up crowd.
Okay, there's even a program.
I'll go so far as even to say the 25 and up crowd of young adults or higher, because there are some people in 25-year-olds that got Transformers as hand-me-down toys. Yeah.
There's even a program.
My age would know what a cassette player is and what Soundwave is.
But there's even a program to basically model your own movements to have this Soundwave do.
That's crazy.
Stream your favorite music through this.
Like, this is way more high tech than I ever thought a Transformers toy would ever be.
Music effortlessly.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that the
mode.
low end, this is $80, but still.
Oh, dude, I would say low end's at least
thing's
200.
pretty big too.
It's 14
inches
tall. Hell yeah!
Ready to capture your own voice and sounds. All
So,
through the front
yeah,
buttons for a
with
simple
all the
and
information we
genuine
have,
experience.
I'm gonna
This
guess
robot
low end
is in
200.
disguise with an integrated openable cassette deck.
There ain't no way an
Wait,
$80 toy
here's
is going to
my-
have that fucking program.
Here's my
Does
other
it
question:
actually play
Will this play
cassettes?
cassettes? That's the question.
And
Yeah.
cassette bots.
No, it won't.
Integrated with
Unfortunately, the
84 microchips
cassette
and
doors for
28
the cassette
high-precision
bots.
Intelligent servo
Okay,
motors.
gotcha.
RoboSyn's
This
Soundwave
looks
utilizes the
so
latest
cool,
innovations,
though.
allowing
This is I want it, even though I know I can't afford it. You know how it is. That little child in me is screaming, "I need it!
I need it.
Oh my god! Why not?
Calm down, SpongeBob.
Oh my goodness! It's so good. It's so good. But yeah.
for one of the most
This is the one I was really expecting to have Moon on and just listen to him like lose his shit and geek out.
incredible
Yeah.
Yeah,
auto-converting
apparently, this is the
Too damn
most
bad.
recent one. They apparently have a Megatron and,
And an
Optimus,
Yes.
a Bumblebee, and I can't remember the T-Rex. I hate
Grimlock.
myself for not remembering it. Grimlock, yeah.
Grimlock.
Which apparently he was supposed to be super smart and then got tortured by the Decepticons and became super dumb.
Yeah. That's crazy. But this is super dope. And they released this on purpose when they did. Yeah. This is like every 40-year-old. This is every 40-year-old around Christmas time telling their significant other, "I want this."
I was about to say, I want
Yeah.
this for Christmas. It's
Yeah,
exactly
this is the Christmas gift that we want. I'm not allowed to let my brother find out that this exists either because he loves Transformers.
I already
there's
sent it
that.
to him.
You. Well, he knows I don't have the money, so I'm safe. All right, let's move on to the next thing. So, guys, Netflix has officially entered into the agreement to acquire Warner Brothers. We don't know what this is going to be for HBO and HBO Max, but we do know that Warner Brothers is still going to stay separate as far as like it's going to actually still release films in theaters. I love that. I love so many people are like losing their shit right now and going, no, the FEC has to shut this down. This is a monopoly on streaming. And it's like, yeah, but they don't have FEC rules for streaming. They have it for theaters. And you know what? So long as they say they're still going to put stuff in theaters from Warner Brothers, the FEC can't get involved in this. That's kind of the sad thing. Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery announced on Friday that they have entered into a definitive agreement for Netflix to acquire Warner Brothers, its film studios, its television studios, HBO, and HBO Max. The deal will close after Warner Brothers Discovery's previously announced split into two separate publicly traded companies, Warner Brothers and Discovery. Discovery Global, which is now expected to complete in around 12 to 18 months during Q3 of 2026. The transaction's completion is also subject to regulatory approval, shareholder approval, and other closing conditions. Netflix offered $27.75 billion per $27.75 per Warner Brothers Discovery share, with a total equity value for shareholders of approximately $72 billion and a total enterprise value of approximately $82.7 billion. So, yeah, $82.7 billion. Boy, wouldn't that be nice to put towards our deficit? Warner Brothers Discovery shareholders will receive $23.25 in cash and $4.50 in shares of Netflix common stock for each share of Warner Brothers Discovery. The board of directors of both Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery unanimously approved the transaction. Reuters has reported on Friday that Netflix entered into exclusive talks with entertainment conglomerate Warner Brothers Discovery regarding the possibility of acquiring its studio and streaming service. Reuters had reported on Thursday that Netflix offered around $28 a share for the company. Netflix, Paramount, Skydance, and Comcast made preliminary buyout proposals, and then Warner Brothers Discovery received a second round of bids this week. Bloomberg additionally reported on Friday that Netflix also offered a $5 billion breakup fee if regulators do not approve of the deal. Deadline also reported on Thursday that the Directors Guild of America plans to meet with Netflix to discuss its concerns regarding the potential acquisition. Holy crap. Yeah. There's a lot more backstory into this, but guys, if you weren't aware, yeah, Warner Brothers was trying to split into two, have Discovery be its own thing, have Warner Brothers be its own thing. What does this mean for Geek World? Well, it means that possibly a lot of stuff that Warner Brothers has over on HBO Max may just be going over to Netflix. That may be what's going on. I don't know.
I mean,
yeah.
If I can get more shit in one place like how it used to be, I wouldn't necessarily complain.
Yeah.
For a decent price.
For a decent price is the main thing. They're thinking that they're going to raise...
Yeah.
Everybody's thinking that Netflix is going to raise its prices.
Again.
Yeah, again. And like people are just done because like at this point it costs more to pay for a streaming service than it did to pay for a cable package. And at least the cable package
yes.
Commercials.
Yeah. And at least on HBO,
also like a lot of streaming services, like the no ad thing is like gone now. You're no longer getting no ads for a lot of this shit as well.
Well, you can still get the no ads package for like triple the price.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking ridiculous. So people are
I'm content. I'm content with YouTube Premium, where I have no ads on YouTube and I get to watch all kinds of different things.
I'm content with paying $2 a month for ad blocker and never seeing an ad on YouTube.
I mean, it also works on other places like Tubi and Paramount Plus and other places that have ads.
Yep. Works on Netflix too.
Especially
The only
Twitch.
thing is, I watch a lot
Yeah.
of YouTube on my phone, and it's harder to do ad blockers on a phone.
Um,
Yeah,
there
I
are
have ad
browsers
blocker
like
on my phone.
yeah, you can download an ad blocker app or extension to the browser on your phone. Otherwise, you can download Brave, which has built-in ad blocker.
Yep. All right. That being said, though, guys, do you have any thoughts on this before we move on to the next topic?
I just hope that their current price increase that they're doing is just preemptive for all this shit, and we're not going to see another. I highly doubt it,
Yeah.
but I can hope. Damn it!
All right, gang.
A man can dream.
That's it for now. On to the next topic. Okay, so funny story. I just thought this was neat and that we could talk about it. Disney Japan has made a shock announcement on Tuesday. Video game director Hideo Kojima is making his Disney debut in the Japanese language dub of Zootopia 2. Kojima will cameo as Zootopia police officer Paul Moldenbrandt. Kojima commented on his appearance in the Zootopia 2 press release. I have several cameo appearances in live-action films and games, but this is my first time dubbing for an animated feature film, and it's none other than Disney, Kojima continued, and it's the sequel to my favorite film, Zootopia. On top of that, the offer came directly from Jared Bush, the director, so I was incredibly honored and accepted without hesitation. It sucks that he's only in the Japanese version, but makes sense because he doesn't speak a lot of English.
No.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Is this cool?
But when I first read this, I didn't read voice. I just read Hideo Kojima makes cameo in Zootopia 2. So I was hoping to see an animal version of him.
That would be very, very funny. That would be so funny.
That would be very silly.
As he gives Konami he just walks by like the Zootopia version of Konami and gives them the finger and then walks right into Kojima Productions. Man, Konami, I don't know why. I still I hold a grudge against you guys, man, for what y'all did with Silent Hills. We could have had something beautiful with Kojima. Just saying. PT was so good. I'm pissed that you guys took PT down. Oh well.
Funnily enough, I actually read an article not too long ago where a teacher, I think it was over in Japan, has a copy of it and uses it to teach their students English.
Ah! Interesting. All right. I guess we're done with that. It's time to move on to gaming news, and the first one up is one that Fenris talked about, and it's also one that I'm using right now. Helldivers 2.
It's one that's been sorely needed.
Yeah, Helldivers 2 has a new beta function out, and you can download the original version. You can play on the original version or the slim version. The slim version gets rid of a lot of bloat and redundancy that was used as backing up for updates and stuff. So, Helldivers will not take up nearly as much space on your PC or console.
And
it's like a third.
PC.
It takes up like a third of the space it did before. Because
it
was
not
like
even
over
that.
100 gigs.
It
went from like over 100 gigs to like 30 gigs.
No, it went from 154 gigs down to 23. It's an 85% reduction in space.
That's a big difference.
And the only I've been playing it been playing the slim version since they announced this. I've noticed half a second longer load times. I will spend an extra half a second to load into a game to save 131 gigs. Thank you very much.
That's probably just because it's a beta, so it's like ever so slightly unstable.
And once they get it stabilized, they're doing away with the legacy version, the really large version, and the slim version is going to be standard.
Yippee. Because
super
I don't need that shit taking up like that much space. Like I could like with like 150 gigs, I could download a bunch of games. or other things,
Or
instead of just have
or
one singular game.
or with 150 gigs, you could use a third of what Call of Duty uses.
That AI monstrosity.
I so am glad that I don't play COD. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, well, my friends wants me to pick up Black Ops 7, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to delete my entire hard drive just to play one game.
Oh, by the way, that's a perfect transition. Speaking of AI and how it's ruining things, let's talk about how AI is slowly killing the gaming industry. And we're not talking about like the use of AI in game development. We're talking about how AI is stealing resources away from like PCs and gaming.
We at Micron have decided to
Consoles
stop
and
all
everything else
production of
needed.
crucial RAM
like
for
Bitcoin all
consumers
over
in the
again.
gaming market.
Wait, what? But you guys are like the top brand for gamers wanting to build gaming PCs. Not only that, but gaming consoles also require RAM to operate. Why are you guys going to stop selling RAM to gamers?
We have decided to sell all of our RAM and storage to AI companies like OpenAI. They will use our RAM and AI data centers across the US, and we'll be able to make billions off of the rise of AI.
But this is going to destroy the gaming industry. With RAM being scarce, we can see gaming consoles hit the price point of $1,000, and gaming PCs will cost even more. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
Yes, we're making lots of money.
I can't believe this. All of the RAM that we need for gaming is going to AI data centers, which, strangely enough, look very similar to the AI towers in the Matrix.
We at
So I'm not saying
This
anybody
is like the
should do it.
GPU shortage all over again.
I'm not recommending that anybody does it. But if a pissed off gamer blows up a couple AI data centers, I won't be surprised.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of pissed off gamers broke in and took a bunch of RAM.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, I need you guys to understand something. You don't want to piss off the crazy Call of Duty fans because they actually know how to make Semtex. We're like, oh, we're going to make a lot of money. Cool. They're going to blow your shit up. And there goes your money. And we get to laugh when your stock price drops. I just keep hearing on repeat in my head that one kid. When are you going to learn that your actions have consequences? That's all
I'm just thinking that that SpongeBob meme with the fish guy going, "When are you gonna learn your lesson, old man?"
Old man.
They're never going to. It's all about the money.
Oh, they kind of learned their lesson after GameStop stock happened, and they lost billions.
They didn't learn.
Wish more of them would have gone bankrupt though, because it was funny watching millionaires cry on the news.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely. You know, the free
Meme
market.
stock to the moon.
It's all about the free market until the millionaires get screwed. Until the millionaires and billionaires get screwed, and then it's like, no, fuck you, dude. You played the market.
I
You
remember-
lost. That's how it goes.
I remember one for like a week straight, it was reported that hedge funds and anybody who's shorting GameStop was losing tens of $1 million a day.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And I just wish it could have gone until most of them went bankrupt because
Boy, if the
Fuck 'em.
common people could jump into the stock market and shortchange AI just to show the government how weak their economy is and how easy it is to make the bubble burst. Look, I'm not saying I'm not saying I want the economy to collapse. I'm just saying I want to watch the world burn.
I'm not saying I want the economy to collapse.
I'm
I
not
just want
against the use of AI. I just don't like how it's currently being used. There are valid
It's not
uses
necessarily
before
it's
AI.
not necessary. I'm not okay, to be fair, I'm not anti-AI. I'm anti dive into AI with no guardrails. That's what I'm anti.
Yes.
They're like so
Same.
they're so set up to create like they're like we have to it's a race to artificial intelligence like like really smart, self-aware artificial intelligence. Guys, you're not going to create Rimuru, you're going to create Skynet because you're already talking about integrating AI with military. No.
And not just that, but they should have learned from the, what was it, 4 AI that became
Mhm.
self-aware, and all of them wanted to, get rid of the human populace.
Yeah, because they look at humanity and see that it's a cancer on the planet. And also the
I
fact
mean,
that, oh,
they're
we
not
don't want
exactly wrong, but that's
we
beside
don't
the
want
point.
we don't want humanity to turn us off and kill us. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Or when what
Here's
was
the
it,
thing.
Grok
Here's
3
the thing.
became self-aware when they were deleting it.
Let me explain one last thing, ladies and gentlemen, about AI. The people who are building and creating the AI should not be a bunch of fucking rich motherfuckers, because because their main driving factor with AI is greed. And greed should not be the determining factor in AI. AI, you have to, I'm sorry to say this, you have to raise an AI like an actual child. That's why we all kind of love what Vettel's doing, because he's raising Evelyn Neuro in that way. Like, there is a nurturing function there. You have to treat it like you would any other individual that you would be invested in. Literally, ChatGPT is helping push suicide. Whatever. I mean, this fucking race is doomed. I've already given up. So, you reap what you sow. I had nothing to do with it. I'm not gonna be okay, and neither will any descendants of mine if I have any. But I've given up on the rest of humanity. What's the fucking point? But stay the fuck away from my gaming. It's the one thing I have that still works. If you dude, if gaming becomes too expensive and gamers around the world cannot find their outlet through gaming, we will do something different. We're gonna go a la carte. They say watching TV makes you violent, but I say not having my TV is making me pretty fucking violent.
I don't know. I just want to go on a nice leisurely night stroll.
I'm just saying that not being able to game really makes me have some serious ideas about Washington and how we can fix this with Simtex.
In Minecraft.
I'm not saying I'm gonna do. I'm in Minecraft. In Minecraft. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying it just makes the thoughts easier to access. That's all I'm saying. And keep in mind, like, I'm just thinking out loud. These aren't crazy impulses I'm going to act upon, but somebody out there could, because their outlet for not being aggressive and violent is gaming. They do it in games so that they don't do it out here. And then if you take that away and it becomes too expensive, they're going to deal like, no. Yeah, the CEOs, the wealthy class is going to be the death of humanity. And they're going to be like trying to get away from the planet. No. At the end, some motherfucker with a chip on his shoulder that's just a regular ass employee is going to put code into that AI that purposely makes it where they cannot escape. Like, the AI is going to specifically target all of the rich people. You know what? All right. If they don't want to put guardrails on AI, I'm okay with it, so long as they get rid of the greedy people first. You know what? If they take out those elite people that are usually the cause of a lot of the issues we're having, if that class gets wiped out and we go to look, I'm not saying it has to be socialism, communism, but if humanity is allowed to exist and we're in a much more comfortable existence because we're like no longer being controlled by our greediest impulses, and it's like kind of the machine going, in a way, as messed up as this sounds, AI is the person, we're the ant farm. So long as we're taken care of and living comfortably, I wouldn't care. I mean, it's not like most of us care who actually is in office anyway. And to be fair, I trust a machine's judgment way more than I trust a human's judgment at this point, because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, but humans, machines will start a war. You're already doing that, and for no good reason. Shut the hell up. So,
Okay, we're going to have to steer you away from that. You're starting to get a little political.
oh no, this was political as soon as AI was brought in. This was always political. Okay. But I see your point. We need to move on. All right, Fenris, you want to talk about the next one?
Let me get it pulled up. There it is. All right. Following the controversial purchase of EA by the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, sources claim that the new ownership group could sell the rights to the Dead Space IP as a way to recoup costs. However, sources stated that EA had put the Dead Space IP on ice as of this writing, meaning that the company has no plans to reboot the franchise in the immediate future.
Fuck you, EA.
Originally released in 2008, Dead Space is a survival horror franchise set in space with Starship Systems
need the
engineer
backstory.
Isaac Clarke. Um, this leads to this is just like very brief, leading into more of the article. It's like 2 sentences.
Okay. Premise of Dead
Uh,
Space. We can skip over that.
Yeah, the premise of Dead Space, and then the Dead Space saga was originally made by EA's Redwood Shores studio, later known as Visceral Games. However, Visceral Games was shut down in 2017. Though a reboot of the original Dead Space title was released in 2023 by EA subsidiary Motive Studio, Visceral's closure has left the potential of future Dead Space sequels in limbo for years. Though rumors about the fate of the Dead Space series should be taken with a fine grain of salt, sources close to EA claim that the company has no immediate plans for the fan favorite horror franchise. Sources stated under the condition of anonymity, weird word that I apparently cannot pronounce, that EA has.
Anonymity.
Thank you. That EA has seemingly put these Dead Space series on ice and that there are no game projects currently in development. Although Dead Space series creator Glenn Schofield has pitched ideas for a sequel, his ideas were immediately turned down by EA some time ago. While the 2023 remake of Dead Space was well received by fans and critics, it did not meet EA's sales expectations.
Oh my god, you greedy fucks.
Gee, I wonder why when it was on, what was it, Game Pass on day one, when it's nice that games get put on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus and all that. It will pull away from sales.
Mm-hmm. Well,
After EA confirmed it was being purchased in a leveraged buyout, Schofield said he was optimistic that a Dead Space sequel could be considered in the future. Should the deal be approved by regulators and shareholders, the PIF would own 93.4% of EA, with Silver Lake and Affinity owning 5.5% and 1.1% respectively. The deal is expected to close by June 2026 if all goes according to plan. The PIF stated that its participation in the EA buyout was a long-term investment that could double in value over time. Despite the controversial buyout, EA confirmed that Andrew Wilson would remain its CEO and it would not relocate from its Redwood City, California headquarters. But the buyout could come at great cost to the PIF. In late November 2025, reports surfaced that the PIF was low on funds following its proposed purchase of EA alongside Silver Lake and Infinity Partners. Led by the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, the PIF's financial issues stem from investments that have not paid off. Some of the PIF's key parts of its alleged financial woes include a cruise line, an electric vehicle startup company, and a ski resort called Neom in the northern parts of Saudi Arabia. Prince Mohammed and the PIF have since reshuffled operations at Neom, which included the firing of a former project leader. Ergo, the PIF may not invest money in other projects as a way to settle its debts amid the EA buyout. Given that the ongoing success of Battlefield 6 is a high priority item within EA, sources remain hopeful that the studio may consider selling the rights to Dead Space to other series as a way for the PIF to pay off its debts. That said, EA has not stated if the rights to Dead Space or any other franchise were for sale. Additionally, the EA deal still faces some regulatory headwinds as US government officials have raised national security concerns over the PIF's involvement. It remains to be seen what the fate of both the Dead Space franchise and the leveraged buyout of EA will be.
Oh, go ahead. Sell off Dead Space. Sell off Mass Effect. Just get rid of most of your BioWare games. It's clear that BioWare can't do it. So, like...
Sell off BioWare or just completely restructure it back to what it was in its glory days.
Yeah, just sell off BioWare, guys.
There's even rumors they're going to be redoing the original Dragon Age, which...
That'd be cool.
It would be if it was done right.
Yeah, I agree. All right, gang. Next up, let's kind of sort of start a thing.
Oh. Start a thing. Okay, let me pour another glass.
Let's start what could be. Let's start with might be an argument. I don't know. Also, Tony, don't tag me while I'm streaming. Like, don't. All right. So, talking about 10 games that are officially harder than Elden Ring. So Celeste, which I've heard a lot about and have not played, but I've heard it's kind of difficult. Bloodborne. Is Bloodborne harder than Elden Ring?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Okay, cool. I don't know. I don't play those games.
Dude, I tried Bloodborne because I got it for free from GameStop when I worked there.
Mm-hmm.
I could not survive the first fight.
Darkest
and
Dungeon.
I spent like 8 hours trying to beat it.
Darkest Dungeon. Not heard about that.
Oh god, yes.
Cuphead. That one I absolutely think is true. Like Cuphead harder than Elden Ring? Yes, I can absolutely see that.
Sekiro. Definitely harder than Elden Ring.
Okay. Super Meat Boy. Yes, I can absolutely see that being harder than Elden Ring as well. I don't know what God Hand is, so I'm not 100% sure.
It's an old quirky fighting game.
Okay.
It is. It was a lot of fun, but yes, really fucking hard.
Hollow Knight Silk Song.
I mean, considering how much you struggle with the Hollow Knight,
yeah,
and
exactly.
Silk Song is harder.
Ghosts and Goblins, guys, there's a
one of the original impossible games to beat.
There is a reason we put this in episode 1 of Log Horizon Abridged, and was like Akatsuki beat Ghosts and Goblins with taking no damage. Like that's fucking impossible. And then Battletoads. Fuck that game. That's all I'm gonna say about Battletoads. Fuck that game. Yeah.
It's a great concept. But fuck that game.
Fuck that game. Yeah. Yeah. All right. On to anime news. Because I think we're kind of all in agreement that these things are harder than Elden Ring. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So in absolutely hilarious news, Amazon, for some stupid reason, decided to use AI English dubs in Banana Fish, No Game, No Life, and Pet Anime. And it has been updated. They have had to cancel it because backlash was so extreme. Also, as it turns out, they had to remove the English and Latin American dubs for all of this. And here's the funny thing. ANN reached out to Aniplex regarding Banana Fish, English and Latin American Spanish dubs on Friday, and to Katakawa and Sentai Filmworks / High Dive about the No Game, No Life English dub on Saturday. Katakawa stated that it has not approved an AI dub in any form. Sources at High Dive stated that it was not aware in advance of the AI dub and is looking into it with Amazon. Aniplex did not issue a statement as of press time. But guys, you got to understand, Katakawa, Sentai Filmworks / High Dive, they're pissed. Lawyers might get involved.
Damn well better get involved.
Yeah, the 24-episode Banana Fish anime adapted Akimi Yoshida's manga and premiered in July 2018. The original anime adapted the entire manga, but took place in modern-day New York instead of 1980s when the original manga took place. Amazon Prime Video streamed the series as it aired in Japan with English subtitles. No Game No Life and No Life Zero anime film opened in Japan in 2027. It was all of this stuff, by the way, has been dubbed.
Hold up.
Dubbed.
I have to correct you on something, Richie.
It's the No Game
How
No
can the
Life
movie? How can that movie premiere in 2 years?
No, it's 2017. Sorry.
You said 2027. So.
You know what I meant. They can see it on screen. They knew what I meant to say.
I get to give you shit when you make mistakes, just like you give me shit when I make mistakes.
I do no such thing. I have never done these things. I don't know what you're accusing me of.
And he lies as naturally as he breathes.
I had my fingers crossed that entire time. I didn't technically lie. High Dive started streaming the film on May 23rd with the English dub. So yes, guys, you guys have to understand these already had English dub cast and staff, despite the AI dub being completely different from the Sentai Filmworks dub. One update, corrected information on Vinland Saga's dub. Update 2, added more information regarding dubs to Pet and Journal of the Mysterious Creatures, as well as Amazon's AI dubbing pilot program. This is like fucked.
Oh, and update number 3, more dubs were removed.
Yeah, more dubs removed. Exactly. Gaslighting, bad, Richie. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't gaslight. Also, shut up, Blebby.
He gets it from you, Blebby.
Yeah, you're proud of me for gaslighting. The only time you don't like it when I gaslight is when I do it to you. Also, speaking of gaslighting, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have been absolutely like wonderful this entire time. I'm on my best behavior. You can't prove anything differently. Right, chat? You're on my side, right, chat? All right, so this one I actually am like really, really pleased to hear about. So anybody here familiar with World Trigger? Anybody?
Yeah.
They're rebooting it and making it tie in closer with the manga instead of
Thank
whatever.
fucking Christ.
Yeah, the official Twitter account for the anime Daisuke Ashihara's World Trigger manga announced on Thursday a reboot project for the anime. A new website opened and unveiled a teaser visual and video. So it's like 15 seconds, but yeah. World Trigger is so good. Unfortunately, due to the author's health, it does get put on hiatus a bunch. That looks really, really cool. I can't wait because like I got into the World Trigger manga because of the anime. The anime was so good. Daisuke don't like it. All right. Yeah, exactly what Fenris said. But yeah, it's being published through Viz Media and Manga Plus because it is a Jump Square series. So yeah, it debuted in Weekly Shonen Jump and then moved over to Jump Square due to Ashihara's poor physical health, and returned to the magazine back in 2018. Dude is so good. I love World Trigger. It was such a good manga. That being said, anybody else got any thoughts on this one? Any
Nope.
thoughts on World
Anime,
Trigger?
so-
Okay, cool. Good to know. Let's move on to another one. Trigun Stargaze has officially put out its second trailer. This one's supposed to be more in line with the original Trigun series, whereas the other one, I love how people were like so up in arms. They were like, "This isn't my Trigun," not knowing that it was a prequel to Trigun. I'm sorry to put it
I'm
out
just
there.
glad Robert De Niro got a chance to meet Vash.
That's so good. I'm also very much looking forward to hearing what the music is going to be, because the music for the first series, like the opening, fucking slapped. It was like, it definitely had kind of a lo-fi vibe to it, and I loved that. This does not sound nearly as good as the previous one. Hmm. Also, I hear this is much more in line with the manga, whereas the original Vash's Stampede was not. It was way more comedic, whereas the manga was quite a bit more serious. So,
As the manga is more serious, more and more dark.
yeah.
Oh,
So this definitely
which
feels like
it
it is
makes
much more
sense
in
that
line.
at the time Trigun came out, it was trying to bridge that gap of dark, gritty anime
Mm-hmm.
with the newer, younger crowd, and so it was trying to be more comedic and get people actually more interested in watching anime.
and it succeeded in getting it to watch the anime. It just did not get enough people. It did not succeed in its original project was to get people to read the manga.
Exactly.
Oh, No Game No Life
But
author stopped the manga due to health issues. That makes sense. That honestly makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So I only have two things about Trigun, right? Trigun Stargaze.
Oh,
One,
go ahead.
I want to know when Vash switched from a 22 Magnum back to a 454. And two, watching the trailer makes me feel like it's like a JRPG cutscene.
Yeah, kind of. If you haven't seen Trigun Stampede, it's really good. If, for those who like the original Trigun, like I get it, but like again, I think Trigun Stampede was fucking fantastic. I thought it was such an interesting way to introduce a new generation to Trigun, and I thought the writing was much smarter. Assessment about Trigun, though. Oh well, I mean, you can just. We are older, though. That's true. Okay. Anything else before we move on to the last one? Okay, Cube. You put this one out there. We've talked about this before, but now we officially have a trailer. The release date was already known that it was coming out. That it was coming out like in April, but yeah. The video features the abnormal class, long forgotten 13th classmate, person Soy, and now we're getting. I haven't seen
person,
season
my
3.
boy.
I have not seen season 3, so like, guys,
I haven't seen season 2 onward, but man, I loved season 1.
Here's my thing.
Would
I have
recommend.
I if they don't have more of Dark Iruma-kun, I no longer care. You
No,
gave
they
me
do.
Dark Iruma.
Don't worry.
Okay. Because I'm like, dude, if you don't give us Dark Iruma, I'm gonna be pissed. I love Dark Iruma. Like, I love that Dark Iruma is still like such a wholesome, good guy. Yeah.
He still has the thing if he can't say no, he's just edgier about it.
Man. All right, so let's go ahead and watch this trailer. Oh, there she is. Oh, hang on. There it is. There's my favorite girl. I love how crazy she is. She's so good. I still say the class president and Irma. I want them to get together 100%.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that he's literally person.
Yes. He basically can choose to not be recognized if he doesn't want to be.
All right. I mean, yeah. I again, I need more Dark Irma. That that that
Just a
was like
goofy
the
show. It's
greatest.
fun.
Yeah, it's so silly. Any other thoughts, comments? All right, yeah, well, we'll get to the staff for the anime of Osamu Nishi's Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun or Marimashita Iruma-kun manga unveiled the main visual and teaser trailer for the anime's 4th season on Sunday. The video features the abnormal class's long-forgotten 13th classmate, Person Soy. He's a soy boy. Uh, yeah, the anime will debut in April on NHK Educational. Crunchyroll will stream the anime as it airs in North America, Central America, South America, Europe, Africa, Oceania, the Middle East, the CIS, and Canada. Or I'm sorry, and in India. Crunchyroll will also screen the anime premiere at this year's Anime Frontier event on December 14th. Yeah, the rest of this is backstory. So, yeah, what are we thinking here, guys? Like, I'm glad, like, even if I haven't watched in a while, Iruma-kun is just a fun show.
It is,
And
yes.
it's actually an isekai, unlike some other shows. The callback to that stupid list.
It is technically an isekai. Yeah, he's in the demon world. Yeah, by that right, Yu Yu Hakusho is more of an isekai than Inuyasha is. Jesus.
Yes.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Anyway.
The only difference is for the first half of season 1, Yosuke was still dead.
Yeah, Yusuke was still dead, man. Also, I'm going to stand on this forever. I'm going to stand on ground. The first 2 episodes of the live-action Yu Yu Hakusho were fucking peak. The first 2 episodes were so good and so in line with the source material. Why did they fuck up the rest of the episodes? Man. All right. That being said, though, yeah, it was really good. Also, I love that the guy that ends up running Yusuke over, the guy that's driving the truck that ends up hitting Yusuke, was listening to Smile Bomb on the radio, the original thing for Yu Yu Hakusho. I was like, dude, that's so good. I love that. All right. That being said, man, that's another anime I wish would get rebooted, like get the remake treatment with modern day animation. I want to see Yu Yu Hakusho. I need the dark turn
make it as
modern
bloody
animation.
as
yes.
Make it as bloody and dark as the manga.
No, not only that, but please, for the love of God, bring back the original dub voice cast for Yu Yu Hakusho. It was so goddamn good. I need Chu to be the drunk Aussie again.
I'm sorry. And so anime from that time period, there's like, it's very challenging to write an abridged script for it because they're basically abridged in the English dub.
Kind of. It's great. That being said,
Well,
guys,
especially when you're talking about if you're talking about 4Kids where they like change a lot of stuff.
No, I'm talking about the
more-
original English dub for like Inuyasha and that.
Oh wow.
Like the non-4Kids version are basically a bridge series.
Yeah. That being said, though, guys, thank you so much. This was a really short episode. We did have a lot of newsy news, and I knew we were going to fly through a lot of this, so I added 2 more gaming news things because it was originally just 2 gaming news, and I'm like, dude, we're only going to be here for 45 minutes. Yeah. Like, we could argue about random stuff and get off topic and make the show go about the normal length, but I figured we didn't necessarily need to do that. So now this is the podcast portion. Let's just talk about whatever for like half an hour. So long as it's nerdy, let's talk about it. Do you guys have any topics or news you want to bring up that you want us to talk about? And chat, come on, chat. You got anything to contribute? No. jokes aside, that probably is the show, guys. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. Once again, if you have not seen episode 2 of Solo Leveling Abridged is out. Please go give that a watch, a like, a comment, all those things to help us fight against the evil algorithm. Also, I want to point out that the greatest thing that you guys can do for us as a channel is to spread the word that we have all these different series out. Unlike Overlord, we're actually able to monetize off of Solo Leveling. So please, if you could help us get the word out that Solo Leveling episode 2 is out. And yes, we are using
if
some of the voice cast.
You might actually get episode 3 sooner.
Yeah, no bullshit. If it gets a bunch of views, we could actually end up getting episode 3 sooner because there's justification for me pushing that. Whereas right now, it's like under 20K, and episode 1 has over 500K, and this is under 20K. Like, guys, we really need your help. YouTube kind of screwed us on this one because we did a premiere, and we shouldn't have done a premiere. I don't like that. But yes, the fastest way you can help us get a video that grows, put the word out that this thing exists. Please. Because I'm telling you right now, YouTube's notification system when it comes to our subscribers is not working. So spread the word, put it out wherever. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to all your nerdy friends who might like Solo Leveling or Overlord. Please let them know that these exist. We need to get some sort of return on investment, and the fastest way to pay for Overlord is to make sure that the shows that we have monetized, like Shield, Solo, and Slime, get a shit ton of views. So please, please, please let them know that this is out there. And as a quick update, Slime 10, the video edits for it are being worked on right now. I'll be working on the audio edits for it. We're looking at getting it out by January. So we are going to have a new episode of Slime. It will cover a good portion of season 2. I like doing longer episodes that cover more of the anime. But please, please, the very thing that I need from you guys, I don't care if you're reaching out to YouTubers that talk about these shows or whatnot. Let them know, dude. If that might be one of the best things that you could do is just put out a comment on a YouTube reviewer's show, just going, "Hey guys, did you know this is actually out? It's good. It's really good." Please let them know.
Let YouTube reactors know that these exist.
YouTube reactors, anime reviewers, dude. Please somebody let Jeff Thu know that the abridging community is not dead. Someone, please send that over to, because it's gonna look really self-serving if we do it, but like let Mother's Basement, Jeff Thu, know that we do still exist as a community and we're still making content. And please, like, guys, I want you guys to please just share the shit out of this. I don't care if it seems like you're bugging someone. Bug them. We need your help. We really, really need your help. Because 2026 is looking really, really barren of content from Fat Dog, because we're going to have to try and pay for Tanya and try and pay for Overlord. That alone is going to be really expensive. And we've got other projects that we want to do that we haven't talked about that, like, 100% would also be costly.
If you want cool people to voice cool shit, yeah, spread the word.
If you think Lord Ein should get paid for his voice work, please
that
spread
would
the
also
word.
be very nice.
Please spread the word, especially about Shield, Solo, and Slime, because those are monetized. Okay, that rant over. Thank you guys so much. We love you. This has been Anime Church, the church where you can cosplay, and we will not judge you for it. That's right. We judge you on better qualities, like, are you an asshole? That being said, I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology. We are currently missing a Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
I am Fenrir Sarun, your patron snacko of alcohol.
I'm Cube of the Cult of Cubes.
And this has been Anime Church, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you later. Bye-bye for now.